Alright, hey everybody, this is Zach Nasser, aka the Holistic Homemaker here, and today I'm going to be talking about fitness and essential oils. So how to use essential oils to power your workout, how to recover, and if you don't know about me and what's going on in my life, I'm also going to tell you a lot more about other stuff besides just essential oils. Other ways that you can optimize your health having to do with exercise and that kind of thing. And if you're not into exercise, exercise is amazing, okay? And I don't just mean for weight loss. It's actually not super great for weight loss, but what we found out is that it has very strong antidepressant type effects. Dr. Tal Ben-Shahar, who taught a class at Harvard about happiness, he would say doesn't have an antidepressant effect. It's more that not exercising is like taking a depressant. Okay, like for example, they had a group of about 100 people, and they put like 33% into, or actually it was 300 people, but they put a third of the group into just doing exercise, a third of the group into doing exercise and antidepressant, and a third of the group doing just an antidepressant. And all of these people were clinically depressed, and they all had the exact same results. Okay, now what's interesting is they followed up later, and they found out that following up 6 months later, that the ones who were just doing exercise had the lowest amount of relapse rate. So that's pretty amazing. So I think it was like, yeah, the ones who just took the antidepressant drug had the most amount of relapse versus the ones who just did the exercise. They were personally empowered and had the least amount of relapse. So if you're not working out, you should definitely start working out. It's amazing. Oh, no sound as of yet. Thank you, Jamie. Interesting. Let's see. It says that it's picking up my microphone, but it might just be the lag time or something like that. Yeah, it should be. Should be picking me up now. So anyway, I'm going to talk about fitness and essential oils today. In case that audio is not on there. Anywho, yeah. So if you're not working out is amazing. I said it has very much antidepressant type effects. Can you hear me now, Jamie? So some of the big problems that people run into with exercise is joint and muscle pain, as well as speeding up recovery time, because a lot of people end up overtraining and getting not the greatest results. They put in a lot of time, energy, and effort and end up with more pain and not the results that they wanted, like the weight loss and that kind of thing. And yeah, so what I'm going to show you is how to mitigate, joint and muscle pain, how to work with sleep and stress management, which is key for your recovery. Because I don't know if it picked up on the audio, but exercise has an amazing antidepressant type effect. They showed people who did just exercise, people who did exercise and antidepressant, and people who did just an antidepressant, and they all have the same results. But the people who just did exercise have the lowest relapse rate. But if you're stressing yourself out and not sleeping enough, then it could be having the opposite effects. And then there's some other weird side effects of working out, like things like athlete's foot, smelly feet, shoes, and jock itch, and that kind of thing. We're going to talk about how you can rock all of this with essential oils, and how you can use a lot more different kinds of supplements and that kind of thing to like really rock this out and live a happy, healthy, awesome lifestyle. So yeah, with joint pain and muscle pain. Ooh, hey. So yeah, with joint pain and muscle pain tends to be either people are overtraining, or they're training the same area too often, or they're not having enough recovery time. Oh, hey, I just saw it flash through those things on the screen. Still getting used to this whole YouTube Live thing. Inadequate recovery time, which is a huge contributing factor to just not getting the results that we want from working out, and then also not getting the results that we want from life, from not getting enough sleep, not actually resting and relaxing enough and that kind of thing, and then also a pre-existing injury. I'm going to show you how you can deal with all of these things using essential oils. And the reason why this is so crucial to me is because I've been working out a lot lately, and also I've had some severe adrenal fatigue. So the fitness challenges and that kind of thing are coming really soon. I just had a severe adrenal crisis, and so I was out of commission for a while. So that is going to be coming here soon. So wintergreen essential oil is one of my favorites, and it's very, very affordable. One of these bottles is about 18 bucks, and it's 250 drops. And you only need like 3 to 5 drops at a time. And so, like, to illustrate how potent this stuff is and why it's so amazing, one is that the real bottle of this has a child-proof lid on it, because if you drink it, you will die. Because it actually, a teaspoon of wintergreen oil is the equivalent of 80 baby aspirins. It's that potent. 80 baby aspirins in 1 teaspoon of wintergreen, which would not even be the whole bottle. But what's cool about wintergreen is that if you've seen my other videos on mayo, you know that this oil, your bottle of oil, will actually be proven to soak into the skin cells and get utilized. So this stuff will actually is like aspirin that can soak into your bloodstream right to the area that you want pain relief. So the main ingredient in wintergreen is called methyl salicylate. And methyl salicylate is also the active ingredient in Bengay and Icy Hot and all of those kinds of muscle rub products. And we know that those products, they sell billions of dollars a year in products. It's not woo-woo stuff. It actually works. It dilates your blood vessels, it increases blood flow to the area, it has a cooling sensation as well as a kind of warming sensation. So, so it has an amazing healing benefits to your body. Now, the thing is, with Bengay and Icy Hot, they use methanol and sulfuric acid. Methanol causes blindness, sulfuric acid is very caustic, and phenols, which you have to use a fume hood to even get near. To make synthetic methyl salicylate. So they're trying to copy nature's version of wintergreen. Nature's version is the wintergreen, and it's more pure. I mean, those other ones in the stores are like 21% methyl salicylate. Wintergreen essential oil is like 90% plus methyl salicylate, and it doesn't have those contaminants in there. So I like to put the stuff on neat, just put it directly onto the place where I'm aching. So like for me, my shoulder's been hurting, so I'll just put the wintergreen right on my shoulder. If I really want to lock it in, I'll use some fractionated coconut oil on the surface to just kind of lock it in there. But yeah, so I put the bare oil on my skin. That was weird. My microphone does not seem to be working. Anywho, let's see. So peppermint essential oil is very similar to wintergreen. It has the methyl salicylate in there. The only difference is that it also has menthol, which is a painkiller. So it has analgesic effects as well as vasodilating effects. It's a little bit more expensive than the wintergreen, and I'll have like a graphic at the end to kind of show you some price comparisons. It's about $22 a bottle, the other one's about $18 a bottle, it's 250 drops. So sometimes I'll do like a little half and half, but also there's certain blends, like Relaxing Touch is one of my favorites. It has lavender in it, which is relaxing, black peppercorn, which is an analgesic, which means the painkiller, and then the peppermint and wintergreen, which I just showed you. It also has sweet basil, Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile helps with muscle spasms. The eucalyptus globulus and rosemary, which are coming up later, they also help with sore muscles. This is one of my favorites. It's very affordable. It smells awesome, and in fact, a lot of companies, like Young Living calls it M-Grain, very similar blend to this, which is for stands for migraine, but they can't say migraine. So this really helps with headaches and that kind of thing when you put it on your neck and temples. I love to use it as a muscle rub. Another one that is a little bit more therapeutic is the Muscle Mend, which has a lot of the same oils, but it also has spruce needle and helichrysum and camphor and balsam fir. So the balsam fir and spruce needle are even more powerful analgesics, which means more powerful painkillers. Helichrysum actually helps with tissue regeneration, healing damaged tissue. So this one's a little bit more pricey, and I'll show you the price comparison at the end. But so if you want to dilute it a little, or maybe use it every once in a while, or only if you have a real serious issue, the camphor is also a strong painkiller and it's a sedative. This one also has the normally has the child lock lid on it because it's very potent and you can overdose on it. These are really potent medicines from nature. And so this is a fun little recipe called the morphine bomb. That's what a lot of different companies call it, the morphine bomb. So you put 5 drops of frankincense oil, which is a powerful antioxidant, and then 5 drops of balsam fir in there, which is a powerful painkiller that I talked about before. 5 drops of lemongrass, which is very affordable as well. That's why I like to use lemongrass. Lemongrass is very helpful for helping to heal connective tissue, and a lot of sports injuries and that kind of thing come from pain. They come from pain caused by torn ligaments or connective tissue slightly tearing around the area of the joints. So you put 5 drops of each into a veggie capsule with fractionated coconut oil, which is just a liquid coconut oil. I'll show you a bottle of that later. And you eat it. So all 3 of these you can eat. Some people also like to substitute, if you don't have one of these oils, we'll substitute either marjoram or oregano oil for one of these other ones. Just depends on what you have. But the other ones that I was talking about are all pretty much topical use. And so this one is amazing because you can actually take a lot of essential oil internally and feel amazing pain relief results. My dad has 2 slip discs in his back, and we would give him this because he couldn't go to sleep. And it actually worked. He's one of the biggest skeptics in the world, like, oh, this woo-woo essential oils thing. And it worked on him, though. Put him right to sleep, so he couldn't even argue to stay awake. So the next thing is just these are the bottles: frankincense, balsam fir, lemongrass, for the morphine bomb. If you're interested in that, it's really great if you have pain or arthritis. I'm not allowed to say that though, arthritis. If you have pain and inflammation of any kind. So sleep and stress reduction. This is kind of like something that a lot of people ignore when it comes to working out. And it's kind of a shame because your nitrogen balance, which is, protein has nitrogen in it, but it's regulated by how much protein you eat and the amount of sleep you get in the recovery phase, because this is going to help you reset all of these hormones in your body and that kind of thing. And that's really what causes the weight loss, is the hormone adaptation. So when you work out and your body generates an adaptive response, you're going to your body's going to produce more testosterone and human growth hormone to it's going to increase human growth hormone and testosterone as an adaptive response to help you heal. And so getting sleep at night is super important because you produce human growth hormone when you go to sleep. Your pituitary gland activates and starts producing human growth hormone, which helps your muscles rebuild and help burn fat. And if you're not getting the sleep, simply running and working out is not going to burn the calories that you need and burn the fat. Your body actually needs the hormones and nutrients to reset itself. And so too much stress will cause weight gain. Because if you have high cortisol, which is high stress hormone, you're going to have low sex hormone and thyroid hormone. So sex hormones like testosterone, and growth hormone, and thyroid, which regulates your metabolism. So super important to get enough sleep and to recover deeply. Not just with sleep, but also let your muscles heal and regenerate and to reduce the inflammation on them. Because anytime you have inflammation that extends over 3 days, it basically starts to have poisonous, deleterious effects. And that includes with your workouts. Even delayed onset muscle soreness, which is DOMS, it shouldn't go beyond 3 days. So lavender essential oil is one of the ones that have been proven to help with sleep. It also helps with mild anxiety, not otherwise specified. I love to put this stuff on my neck, the back of my neck, as well as on the sides of my neck to get it into my bloodstream, my jugular carotid arteries there. And a lot of people like to put it on their feet as well. I think that's a great idea. I'll also put a drop on my pillow sometimes, just so it kind of evaporates all around me at night. And this stuff is amazing. It's true lavender from France. You want lavender from France. It's where the most potent lavender oil grows. And this stuff is just, man, it's dreamy. I used to not be a big fan of lavender until I tried Naya's lavender. When you diffuse it out, it's just so delicious. So Pure Tranquility is another great one. It also has lavender flower in it, you can see right there. But it also has lemon verbena, which is more for reducing anxiety. It has Roman chamomile. If you want some other singles, Roman and German chamomile are both really amazing for that. They also help with muscle spasms. Okay, so that's why they were in a lot of the topical blends I showed you before, is because they help with muscle spasms. They're also in a lot of digestive blends, because a lot of people have intestinal tract kind of spasms and pain and that kind of thing. Ylang ylang is very relaxing, so is bergamot, helps with anxiety and that kind of thing. Sandalwood is one of my favorites, and sandalwood for a small bottle, a bottle a third this size, a 5 milliliter bottle, it's over $100, and that's for the wholesale 20% off discount one. But with this one, I think it's like $30, and you get some sandalwood in there. Get some sandalwood in your life. It's fantastic. But this stuff, I love it, and it's a very inexpensive way to get some sandalwood into your life. Again, a lot of people put this on their neck or on their temples. The bergamot here has these compounds called furanocoumarins that react to sunlight. So it says right here on the bottle, I love that all these bottles have instructions. It says avoid direct sunlight or UV rays up to 12 hours after applying. So this is one that it's honestly better to put on your feet. It's better to put on your feet instead of putting it on your neck, because if you put it on your neck and then walk out in the sun, you forget about it, it can cause a little rash. They're just, sensitive to the sun, these compounds. Basically all citrus. Bergamot is a type of citrus, and basically all citrus, true citrus, peel oils will cause you to kind of have a rash in the sun. So this is a good one to put on your feet. Also, you can diffuse it in the air if you don't want to even risk it, or do it topically. Also, if you dilute it with a fraction of coconut oil, and like all this is on the bottle. So it's fantastic. It takes a lot of guesswork out of it. Yeah, so another one of my favorites. It looks very similar, but this is determination. This is another one that you cannot drink, and it says so. Use aromatic, topical, diffuse aromatically, or apply topically. Dilute with mayo, fractionated coconut oil for best results. Store in a cool, dark place. So you don't drink this one. It even has the thing on the top, the childproof lid, and you actually get the bottle. And that's because of the mugwort essential oil. A lot of people know mugwort for its effects on dreaming. The mugwort essential oil is a lot more potent, though, and this one has very interesting effects. So it has cedarwood in it, which is one of the best oils for helping ADD, according to other studies, but I'm not allowed to say. The National Institutes of Health studies show that it helps with ADD, but I'm not allowed to say that. So if you have attention issues, cedarwood is a really good one to help you. This one also, in addition to the cedar, it has patchouli, which is very grounding, frankincense, which is very calming. So this is called the balancing blend because it kind of gives you this clarity as well as relaxation. Some people say it puts them right to sleep. I like to do it during the day, but it definitely helps calm me down. The frankincense oil itself has special compounds called sesquiterpenes in it that cross the blood-brain barrier, go right into the limbic system of the brain, and actually calm you at an instinctive level. And then this one also has German chamomile and Roman chamomile in it, so it has both of the chamomiles. You can get each of those as singles, but this is a great way to get those chamomiles and also frankincense. You know, getting frankincense. Because normally a bottle of frankincense this size is like $70. This one is only $18, and I think it smells great. It kind of smells a little leathery, but it's kind of sweet too. I like it. I would wear it as a cologne, and I have frequently done that. Just mix it with a little alcohol and water, wear it as a cologne. Pretty fantastic. So yeah, side effects of an active lifestyle. These are some of the things that are holding you back. Fear not, but I'm going to give you lots of tips and tricks to avoid these things. You know, smelly shoes, athlete's foot is one of the things that causes that, jock itch and dandruff. Now, first things first, with any kind, all of these bottom things, athlete's foot, jock itch, dandruff, that's all fungal issues, okay? So, yeah, you know, not cleaning your shoes or body properly and that kind of thing can, you know, excess moisture and sweat can contribute to fungal infections, but it's almost always an inside job. So if you have any of these issues, like most people don't know, dandruff is a type of red yeast caused by a fungus. And then these other fungi, it's usually related to Candida. Candida albicans or some kind of internal fungal infection. So Candida albicans from eating too much sugar, or it could be an internal fungal infection from things like black mold, like Aspergillus niger and Stachybotrys and that kind of thing. So if you have these issues chronically, you might really look into doing a Candida cleanse and really getting this stuff out of your body. The essential oils that have been shown to help with Candida. So, clove essential oil and lemongrass essential oil are the top two for breaking apart fungal biofilms. And then peppermint and eucalyptus are the top two for actually killing off what's called the planktonic formation of the fungus itself. So these are huge things to use in your arsenal. I really like to, I mean, if you've ever had thrush, where it's just, you know, Candida outbreak in your mouth, you know, it happens to me after I like drink beer or sugary alcohols, but I don't do that. Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is like 2 drops of clove and 2 drops of peppermint in a pint bottle of water and just shake it up. It also makes it, if you don't want to drink it even, it makes a great mouthwash also. So it's really good. I make my own toothpaste with those in there because they're so great at breaking apart those fungi. But so how do you do some topical things for it? I just mentioned eucalyptus is one of the best for that. It's also amazing for deodorizing. There's a compound in it called 1,8-cineol, which is also called eucalyptol. It's easy to remember that way. So eucalyptol is what makes us feel cold. So like the spicy peppers, they have a compound in it called capsaicin that actually trick your body into thinking it's feeling hot. Okay? So that's why when you eat really spicy peppers like habaneros, you start to sweat. Because your body actually thinks it's on fire. With eucalyptus, and also some other ones like peppermint and rosemary, that eucalyptol is amazing because it tricks your body into thinking it's cold. So your body thinks it's cold and it starts to have anti-inflammatory effects. It's also a powerful antimicrobial and antifungal. Okay, so that's super important because it's one of the reasons why eucalyptus, rosemary, and peppermint are so great at deodorizing is because not only does it smell good, but it also kills off those toxic yeast, mold, and fungi that are, making you smell in the first place. And this is the one, Eucalyptus globulus is the one you can also do internally. Do not do Eucalyptus radiata internally. And so this one is great because I think it's like $15 for a big bottle like this, just 250 drops. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of companies will put synthetic eucalyptol in mouthwash because it's deodorizing. It kills the germs that cause bad breath. You hear that all the time. But yeah, so Eucalyptus globulus, not radiata. Radiata is more expensive. Anyway, rosemary is about $16 wholesale, like $16.25. It also has eucalyptol in it. It is also has more antimicrobial and antifungal effects. It also causes your neurons to fire faster. But yeah, so it has some added benefits of other antimicrobial and antifungal compounds in there. It has a kind of woody, earthy smell to it. So if you're not a big fan of the smell of eucalyptus, which basically smells like Vicks VapoRub, rosemary is a little bit more earthy. And then the peppermint is more minty. And so I'm going to give you a recipe on how to mix these things together. Peppermint is the other one I was talking about. So in addition to methyl salicylate, which we talked about before, and menthol, which you're probably all familiar with, it also has 1,8-cineol in it, the eucalyptol. So it's also a powerful antimicrobial. I also mentioned powerful at killing fungi like candida. So this is a Mayo's fractionated coconut oil, and so this is not actual size. Okay, this is an 8-ounce bottle of fractionated coconut oil. You can also get it at the store. If you don't want to buy Mayo's version of it, but if you want to just get it all at the same time, you can totally do that. Peppermint, I think, is about like $22, so it's a little more expensive. So I kind of use my peppermint sparingly for things specific to peppermint. Like it's great for headaches, it's great for digestion, it's great for like if you have an upset stomach. Great stuff for that. So the fractionated coconut oil is great for a roll-on, which you would put on topically. So you can put it on your feet if you have athletes putting that kind of thing. The other recipe that I'm going to show you is mixing these 3 oils that I just mentioned and putting it in a spray bottle with water and alcohol. So you can also spray that on your feet because your feet are not really sensitive per se, but you can also spray it into your shoes and actually deodorize your shoes, preserve the life of your shoes and your feet. But yeah, fractionated coconut oil is great for topical use stuff. And fun fact also, this fractionated coconut oil has capric and caprylic acid in it, which are 2 of the components of coconut oil, and those are both antimicrobial and antifungal. So it has an added extra benefit of being antimicrobial and antifungal. And from what I talked about before with the morphine bomb, putting 5 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of balsam fir, and 5 drops of lemongrass in there, you get the fractionated coconut oil has lauric acid, which when you take it internally, the lauric acid is not only antimicrobial, but it converts into monolaurin in your intestinal tract, which is antiviral. So, yeah. So I was also talking about rose or oregano before. If you have a cold or some other kind of feeling under the weather, fractionated coconut oil with oregano oil or thyme oil, two of those powerful antibiotic, antimicrobial, antifungal ones are amazing for those kinds of things. But I have to be careful not to say certain disease names. So your recipe here, deodorizing spray. I mean, this is also great, you know, if you have like you can spray this under your armpits if you want for like that kind of deodorant. But it's also great in your shoes. It's also great to, you know, spritz a few sprays in your laundry. You know, at the end when you put it in the dryer, just spritz it in there. So like I use a 2-ounce glass spray bottle. Okay, glass spray bottle, and then 1 ounce vodka, 1 ounce water. So I say triple or quintuple distilled. Triple distilled is like Smirnoff. Quintuple distilled is Svedka vodka. This just means that it's very pure and clean, and it was not going to have, you know, hopefully not contaminants or things like pesticides and that kind of thing in the vodka. That would be other than the best news ever. So 20 to 40 drops of essential oil of choice. 40 drops is going to be really strong. I like to do rosemary, eucalyptus, and peppermint. And like I said, eucalyptus is very affordable, like $15 for a big bottle, $16 for the rosemary, $22 for the peppermint. So if you're going to do a lot of oil, like 40 drops, like maybe be a little more sparing on the peppermint and use a little bit more of the cheaper ones. So this is another thing that blends are great, but then also, you know, doing blends, your own blends, can be very affordable because you can kind of work it out yourself. This as well, if you're doing this for like antifungal things, you know you have issues with fungi and like athlete's foot and that kind of thing. Lavender is a good antimicrobial or antifungal, and it's about like $30. Tea tree is also a good antifungal. It's also like $30. These are also both great for acne if you have face issues, to mix in a little with either your moisturizer or your face scrub. Lemongrass is only like $11 for a big bottle. So this is a great one to add into different things because it's very inexpensive. And see, this is the thing too, is that you can put a couple of drops of these and then use some more of the, you know, more affordable oils, cheaper ones. So that's what I'm about, affordability. So an antifungal roll-on salve, half-ounce fractionated coconut oil in a roll-on bottle. They're half-ounce roll-on bottles, basically. 10 to 30 drops of essential oil of choice. 30 drops is going to make it very strong. So eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, clove, lavender, lemongrass, tea tree, they're all amazing antifungal oils. So be careful of hot oils, okay, like peppermint and clove if you're going to put this on sensitive skin for like jock itch, okay. Now this is not for a woman's yeast infection. That there is a different kind of protocol that you can do. I have heard mixed things though. For example, what some ladies I've heard do in some of these essential oil companies is they'll put a few drops on. They will put a few drops on like a cotton ball and then just allow the oil to vaporize up in that direction. But again, I don't know. I've heard it's like sensitive skin like that, it can be very spicy. Even just in the groin area, ones like peppermint and clove and oregano are very spicy and can be very intense. So eucalyptus and rosemary a little bit have that. Tea tree has a little bit. Lemongrass and lavender, not so much. But especially like clove is very spicy, like cinnamon and peppermint is like very icy hot menthol kind of feeling. So, you know, if you put this on your feet, no problems at all. Your feet, it will just feel like cooling and refreshing. But if you put 30 drops of peppermint and then you apply that to your downstairs, that will be quite a shock. So you have been warned, but it can be used on that really well. I mean, if you do a little bit of peppermint, it might feel refreshing. Just be careful, you've been forewarned. Definitely do not do it with thyme or oregano, because those things will burn like nobody's business. So yeah, what I talked about a little bit before, price per drop. So I was saying the muscle mint is kind of pricey for this little thing, 41 cents per drop. So use that sparingly. I like, ones like peppermint, about 9 cents a drop, and then I think it's like 8 cents or 7 cents a drop for wintergreen. So there are some that are very therapeutic. This one is so therapeutic because of the helichrysum. So if you have a serious injury, the muscle mint is amazing. Like you just had surgery on your ankle. Muscle mint is great for healing that. But that bottle of helichrysum this size is like $120. That's why even putting a little bit of it in there, it's very expensive. It adds up. So lemon, very affordable, nickel per drop. Lavender about 10 cents a drop. Pro Shield, like for example as well, Pro Shield is one that you can do to get rid of the smell in your shoes and that kind of thing. Just do the same thing you would with the spray, but just use Pro Shield instead. But it's about 14 cents a drop, so when you do like 20 drops, it's still only like $2.80, But if you do peppermint and eucalyptus and rosemary, you cut that cost down even more if you really want to pinch your pennies. Plus, I like to use Pro Shield internally. I like to drink it whenever I feel under the weather. Determination as a sleep blend. It's a little bit less expensive than the dime drop for true lavender. Soothing Air is a great one for respiratory concerns and that kind of thing. Respiratory concerns like coughs and allergies and that kind of thing. And then Pure Tranquility, another sleep blend. But again, this has the sandalwood in it, which is why it's 14 cents a drop. A little more expensive than just the lavender or Determination. The highest one on here is frankincense, $70 a bottle, is 29 cents a drop. Now, this one's only like 30 or 40 bucks, but the reason it's so expensive is because it's a third of the size of the frankincense. But so this is kind of why I wanted to give you an example of this, is because people think essential oils are so expensive, and that's true that some of them are. Other ones are very affordable. Like this bottle is 10 bucks for 250 drops of lemon oil, and that's 3,000 pounds of lemon peel in this one bottle for 10 bucks. For the lavender, it's 150 pounds of lavender per pound of lavender oil. So it makes sense that it's still like 10 cents a drop, but you're getting like a bushel of lavender in every drop, and you're getting like 30 lemon peels in every drop, so it makes sense. And some of them, like frankincense and sandalwood, they come from trees. It takes so long to grow them, that it makes sense that they cost so much. But there's ways that you can buy singles and the very inexpensive ones and kind of make your own blends in a way that is super affordable. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'll give you a couple other awesome tips before we end as well. So this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more weekly videos. If you want more info on essential oils, give it the person who referred you to this video. So some other tips for like working out, for pain. I really love magnesium oil, like magnesium chloride oil. You can find like transdermal magnesium oil in stores. It's like a gel a lot of the time. Also, Epsom salt baths is a great way to get in your magnesium. Some other great things like MSM, methyl sulfonylmethane, from sulfur, is a really great supplement to help with joint health, as well as glucosamine and chondroitin. There's some other great ones for joint health. I mean, as far as for like fungal infection and that kind of thing, besides the essential oils I just mentioned, neem oil is a really great one. And neem oil is not an essential oil, it's just cold pressed. But yeah, so those are a few other non-essential oil kind of things you might have in your arsenal. So yeah, thanks again. Subscribe for more videos. Ask me any questions in the comments of this video, because it'll be a YouTube video in no time. All right, and Zach Nasser signing off.